Hey, it's Cliff. Right now, we are looking at a sea of red in the crypto space, and there are several reasons this is occurring. The article states that the sell off had multiple causes. Investors in derivatives markets had their positions liquidated, creating a cascading effect of more liquidations. Yet those liquidations started because cryptocurrency was broadly moving in tandem with equity markets, as it has increasingly done this year. Stocks were down on Omicron worries and Federal Reserve policy changes, so Bitcoin will follow suit. Also states further on the US markets could be reacting to troubles affecting two of the largest property developers in China, unable to cope with declining home sales and government restrictions on loans. Kaiser defaulted on $400 million bond while China Evergrande Group missed a final interest payment deadline earlier this week, given the overlap between major world economies. Look hard enough and you might see the beginning of another financial crisis. So, what we're starting to see in the cryptocurrency market as more institutional investors are coming into the crypto market, we are seeing a correlation between the stock market and the crypto market. So most of these investors, they all they've known since they've been working is how to invest in stocks, and they don't see Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation. So at this point, what we're seeing is the crypto space and the stock market are reacting in the same. So I kind of thought that was a little bit interesting, as we typically think Bitcoin is our hedge against inflation, but the market's starting to change. So, moving on. So, big news here was that six CEOs from a leading cryptocurrency company spent 5 hours speaking with members of Congress to field their questions on the fast growing market. Now, those CEOs that were speaking to Congress were Coinbase, Circle, FTX, Paxos, Bitfury, and Stellar. So the conversation bounced between Bitcoin's environmental impact, the future of Coinbase's lending product, which was halted after the SEC threatened to sue the company, and even the threat of quantum computing could pose to cryptocurrencies. So something a bit comical that actually came from this was a quote from this Congressman Brad Sherman, and he is quoted saying, "The number one threat to cryptocurrency is crypto." He wanted to say that Bitcoin could be displaced by Ether, which could be displaced by Doge, which could be displaced by Hamster Coin, and then there's Cobra Coin. What could Mongoose Coin do to Cobra Coin? So, in typical Wall Street bet fashion, at least seven different people made a Mongoose coin, and this coin that stated in the article went up 61,000%, which is kind of proving this congressman's point. So on one hand, I'm thinking, okay, well, clearly there's issues that need to be regulated. On the other hand, I'm thinking, man, if I would have just thrown like $100 into this, I'd have like 600K, which is probably not the right way to be thinking about this. As clearly, Mongoose Coin is not a good investment. This is definitely a gamble. So one redditor was quoted saying, "I can't resist. It's a terrible idea," and another one was quoted saying, "I thought I had learned my lesson. YOLO." So another thing to note, immediately this coin dipped like 50%. So I would definitely suggest people to stay away from it. But anyway, moving on to more actual important news that has actual like utility. Ledger is launching a crypto debit card. Crypto hardware maker Ledger announced on Thursday the launch of a debit card that will let users spend their crypto directly or use it as collateral for cash purchases. The new debit card, which will be available early next year, is part of a broader effort by Ledger to transform itself from a device maker into a crypto platform that revolves around its software application, Ledger Live. So basically, Ledger just wants to get into creating a debit card. And I'm all for that because I personally love Ledger. I like the Ledger Live software. So how I'm assuming this is going to work is they're going to create a hot wallet that you will transfer crypto into this debit card that you can transact from there. It mentions also in here that they will be converting crypto from dollars if you need to, or you can, spend in crypto. It just depends on the transaction. But it looks like this is going to be powered by Visa. So the card is branded Crypto Life or CL and relies on the Visa network to carry out transactions. Ledger will convert a user's crypto into fiat to pay merchants for any purchase unless they opt to create a cash line of credit based on their crypto collateral. So yeah, this would be something I'd be interested in. As we move towards, making payments with crypto, I think this is definitely moving in the right direction. And for the most part, Ledger has been a great company as far as their hardware. It's great. It's perfect. Works fine. They've had some. They've been hacked before, and they've had people's addresses and account information have been leaked before. But I mean that really happens with any company, so I don't even really hold them to that too much. But yeah, this would be something I'd be interested in. I think it's a move in the right direction. So yeah, let me know what you think and comment down below.